my goodness. Well, I've been playing around with the Lenormand decks today, getting more used to doing the Lenormand. Now, I've been watching a few things, and I was watching this one on foot binding, and I decided, well, I'm going to pull cards and see what it says from the Lenormand decks. Well, I did one deck. I pulled the cards and read it, and then I did another deck, pulled the cards, and I'm getting the same cards, the same type of reading. So going into it, this was a contractual thing. This the fox is wily and ulterior motives and all the drama of this that was going on, because this was a thing of status, wealth, monetary. It was only those of wealth that did the bound feet. So the contractual thing was a thing of the heart, the status, okay, because they saw it as a thing of beauty. They would get high honors for that, better marriages, etc. And again, the men thought at the heart of it, this was a thing of beauty, okay? And they were into it. This was the long-term practice. For the women, at the heart of it, this was a difficult thing to go through. It was a poisonous thing. Now, but again, for the wealthy, it was a thing of beauty that was shed light on, again, being able to make a better marriage, etc. So the things that they had, the fox in the center of all this, the men, if you have your feet bound, it's a thing of status. You're not going to be out working in the fields, etc. They're going to be at home mending nets or doing whatever they're doing. And they can't run away. You're not going to run very far if you've got little 3-inch feet. And that was the biggest beauty standard, was 3-inch feet. Yeah, they were the golden lotus feet. So yeah, I got the same thing. And the other one, instead of the light card, I got the men's card. That the men wanted this. They saw this as a way of beauty. And so they were opting for this. And that this was and I had the fox in both of them in the center, that if you want to get married, if you want to have a contract, if you want and the other one I had the heart, if you want a contract of a good marriage, this is what you need to do, okay? You need to have your feet bound. And it was, again, a status symbol. If you had a wife and could afford to have a wife that was not out in the fields, etc., that was there doing, sewing, etc., around the house, and you had to have servants that were doing the other work. Now, I have seen a woman with bound feet. When I lived in Chinatown in San Francisco, there was a very old woman there that still had bound feet. So I have actually seen it. Now, how she got around, I'm sure she had to have somebody come and help her with the hills and stuff in San Francisco, and she would go out to the Chinatown Park there and would sit, and she'd be wearing, the kind of older Chinese style with the head. They wear the little headband with a little jade, with a little jade here. So she was dressed in still this kind of old style. But it was interesting to see the bound feet. Now, she didn't have the really little lotus feet. She had about about like that. Her feet were about that long. Yeah. But yeah, horrible thing. The torture of those poor women, and they started it when they were like about 5-6 years old, breaking the feet. And yeah, just a horrible thing to have happen. But it's interesting to do the Lenormand. I've been doing some things with Lenormand today, reading on some things with, who was it? Was it Pence? Oh, the fly in the ointment with Pence is his wife, his mother, you know, kind of saying, well, if you reveal all this stuff about 45, you're going to ruin your base. They're going to be, you know, so it was that kind of thing as well. Her influence is kind of, you know, cautioning him about not revealing too much because it could affect his chances of running. Okay? The MAGA group would see him as a traitor. So she's kind of telling him behind the scenes a little bit of things like that. What else did I do readings on today? I just did a whole lot of things, working on practicing with the Lenormand. But the more I'm using it, the more I'm really liking them. It gives pretty clear, concise messages. So anyway, I'm going to leave this here. I'm going to go back, work on a few more Lenormand things, and I'll see you online.